Yeah, to 7. Of course, News Flash just came back. I'm sure you did enjoy all the conversations. Make sure you come through again tomorrow because it's going to be on tomorrow again here on the show. We're still moving on and we're talking about the beautiful thing that is happening on this very channel. We're talking about the Valentine's promo that we've been putting together, and it's getting closer and closer for us to do a beautiful thing on Wednesday. I don't know where you'll be, what you'll be doing for your loved one, but we've got something special we'll put together over here on Joy Prime that will be actually, bringing to you, and so you might want to just watch out for that. The 12 days to Valentine is getting more interesting here on this very channel. Now we'll move on and make sure you get interactive with us on our social media pages and be a part of all our conversations here on the show. We're getting into our next convo, and it's something very, very special. So the Kufuor Scholars program has been on for some time now, and we're getting into another moment where we get to see what exactly this, has been and what has been impacting on the lives of people out there. And so to help us understand exactly what we're going to be doing, I've got some alumni here in the studio, and they'll be telling us exactly what we need to know about the Kufuor Scholars program here on the show. So let me start off from where? No, ladies first, right? This time we're going to do ladies first. Yeah. So you are...
Linda. My name is Linda Cummins.
Okay, class of?
2023.
2023?
Yes, please.
Oh, you'll be newbie?
Yes.
Okay, you are?
Samuel.
From?
University of Ghana, class of 2023. Yeah.
Oh, you too?
Yeah, so we are in the same class.
Yeah, same class. I won in 1998. See you.
All right, Dr. Pascal Brenya, so I coordinate the program.
Okay.
It's in session from 2015.
Oh. So you've been the coordinator throughout the period. So you've seen the 2015 class of 2016 and all of...
Pass through and go.
Oh, I see. Which class are you adding me to now?
Oh, wow. You will be part of the alumni class.
Oh, awesome. I like it. I like it.
Associate. The Kufuor Scholars Associate.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Yeah. But good to have you here in the studio, and thanks for making time for us this morning. So maybe I'll start from you then. Tell us about this program itself.
This program was a program, direct initiative from the former President Kufuor, His Excellency. He realized that touring Africa, and he became a AU president. He realized that everywhere he goes, the issue that pops up is Africa is the way it is because of bad leadership. And it's something he said, look, we can't talk about it. We need to do something about it. Yeah. So as soon as the tenure of 2 terms of 8 years was over, he decided that he wanted to form the John A. Kufuor Foundation. And then the anchor, which I really would say is that the core of the foundation is to look at the Kufuor Scholars Program. Okay. And this is where we actually shortlist 20 to 30 people from across the universities in Ghana. When you're at level 100, you apply. And then the selection process goes through. So you actually start the program from level 200. It's a 3-year mentorship, 3-year intentional mentorship program to really prepare and add value of what academic institutions do. Oh, and that has been phenomenal since its inception. In fact, when he tasked us to have the first 20 people, we actually got 14 to start.
Oh.
Because you normally will get 5,000 people across applying.
And then you select.
The selection process, you have to write essays, you need to really...
Oh, so there's a process that you need to go through.
And it's purely based on merit.
Okay.
So very highly competitive. But the interesting thing is that we have always been doing almost about 60% female, 40% male.
Why?
We don't have the answers to that. Women come to the program, they come through the interview, they write their essays, and you're looking at a group. Sometimes you ask a simple question. Somebody even know what is Chipalago, and he said he's a musician. He doesn't even believe that. It's so interesting things happen. Yeah. But for some strange reason, I guess it's probably reflecting in our universities as well, that these days you realize that we're having a shift. The United Kingdom did that. If you look at universities, they are doing 60-40. Yeah. I think Ghana, gradually, we have more females, even in our academic institutions. And I think that is reflective of what happened into the program. Yeah. The women seems to have something working for them. So we're still working to see how we will.
It makes a lot of sense, and I'm thinking you're also responsible for this. Well, what's the role women are playing in this? It looks as if that, from what he's saying, And I don't know if it was just this year or last year, or it's been like that since its inception.
Right from maybe the 2 classes that came from beginning.
Yeah.
Those that follows, we have 8 classes at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe 2, the 6 others coming, we can see continuously that the women are kind of taking a lead.
That's a big deal.
And the president has always been asking, when we go there, he said, what happened to the guy? You know, and then it's just, that is the proportionate that we're facing. But it still has been a very unique program. And what they go through and what we see as an outcome, I guess this is one of the things. So when we did our research, we really realized that across the African continent, there's not a single president who, his own finances, has set up a foundation and taxed to involve in young people's development.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult to even quantify it. But this is where investment goes in, their camps, their trips, their exposure. Some of them really get a chance to sit under his feet. He speaks to them and advise them. They get a chance to travel out of the country for exposure. So it involves a lot. But he said, this is what I want to do.
Incredible.
And then our numbers has been 205 running since its inception. And then we have 111 people who have actually graduated from the program. And then we still have 90 currently at level 300, 400, and level 200. So these are the kind of permutation that we have.
What your involvement? So where are you now?
Currently, I'm an alumni.
Okay.
But it was a rigorous 3-year program that you go through a series of camps. So the first moment or your first experience is a camp, 2-week camp in a very rural community. Because he understands and believes that Ghana is not Accra and Accra is not Ghana. There are more people who are in the rural areas that need help. And so we are trained to be very impact conscious and give back to our society. So the first 2 weeks you go to, some of us went to my batch, we went to Ejura. People go to Mampong, Atebubu. They are all very rural communities. So when you go there, you engage with the people from there. You get to understand them, their orientation, how they look at things, how they even see Ghana, or what they think about. And you look at simple problems that as a young person, or even big problems that as a young person or as a Kufuor scholar, you can help solve. And all the scholars have been oriented in a way that you need to find a problem to solve, at least. So we all have personal initiatives that we are doing across the breadth and length of Ghana.
So what's your initiative?
I do women empowerment. So women's empowerment.
No wonder we have too many women.
And youth advocates. So, and then there's worthy of mention that the scholars come from all the regions in Ghana.
Okay.
So I come from Central Region.
So it's not just you're in Accra.
Exactly. So that's supposed to help us understand each other and contribute resources and ideas to help solve individual problems. So when you bring a project on board, everybody's on board. Okay, I can do this, I can do that. We go together, we solve the problem, and then we're back to wherever we're coming from. And so I think that the program is very important and very worthy of mentioning. And we always say thank you to Grandpa, as we call him affectionately. He has done tremendous work and he has created a lot of impact across the length and breadth of Ghana.
What's your experience to like?
Well, KSP, first of all, at our leadership camps, one of the key things we discuss is confidence and assertiveness. In Ghanaian context, I mean, we come here and it is taking us, when an elderly person says something, I mean, it is the best or it's the final. And when you stand to question it, you are being regarded as disrespectful or, So one of the training sessions we go through is being able to articulate your thought, even if you disagree with things, and standing on your grounds with things that are right. So confidence and assertiveness, you're able to walk up to people. Sometimes for me personally, before I'm coming onto the program, I would see people over the top there and I would just corner myself, oh, these people are just over the top there. But then through our interactions, I mean, we interact with people from diverse backgrounds, over the top, farmers, professionals, chief executives. So it built you. It builds your confidence to be able to go out there, to fly and be your best. And so that is one key thing. And then from our teamwork on our projects that we are working on, from thought leadership stuff, conversations we have with people, it's building us professionally. I mean, our workplaces, it comes with teamwork. And you are in KSP, like-minded individuals, 30 in a class. You are supposed to work towards a goal. And that's actually in the corporate environment helping me in my career. We have 30 people, different campuses, different courses, medicine, arts, business. You are supposed to come together and bring out an initiative and make it work. I mean, it is teamwork that is going to make that happen. And of course, one of our core values is integrity, acting with integrity. And I think that if we are able to develop the value of integrity in young people, young Africans, a lot of our challenges will be solved. That acting right, let's take ourselves to the examination room. Yeah. Why would we need invigilators? If we are all acting right, we are going to hold ourselves accountable to each other, that we are going to act right with integrity. No cheating. And this would like travel across our various sectors, various places across the country, and then get to transform the Africa, and we would get to see the Africa we want.
Very interesting stuff. Let's talk about the challenge that you face. I'm sure, yes, it comes with its own challenge, but which is the most one that you actually think that it's something that worries you people a lot?
I think from beginning, when the young ones comes into the program, the critical part is that the young people can complain about everything. They're never satisfied.
Yeah.
But given a chance, they actually get into a position, and the very thing that they complain about, they become masters of it. That bit, I find it very difficult. So that is what I see. So when they come in there, you know, they tease each other, they will do things all around. But I just look at them and I say, look, we have a job to do.
Yeah.
And that is why the Kufuor Scholars distinct themselves from the rest of the masses, whether it is in school. You know, most of them, when they leave the program, or why they are in the program, they go to campus and stand for position and win it. Kufuor Scholars program produced the first SRC president from Nyankwara UDS campus.
Okay.
Female SRC president. So all these things tells you that, well, look, it's a special thing because we see that we need to do something. Education institutions are doing well, but we need to add values to that because we believe that it's not just being sharp academically and coming through, but working on their brains and getting them to understand that they can be better than they are. It's one of the difficulties, and that's the challenge we face.
Okay.
So we do everything to make sure they do that. So they have the experiences. Some of them get opportunity to also travel. And sometimes we decide to do African travel. So we go to Togo, Benin, Nigeria, just to be able to see and understand. You know, and that all these that we do is just build them up. We can watch a movie, we look at educative movies. So we do all these things to tease up what can be done. And then we can listen to a speech and say, what do you think? And people say, oh, I agree. And somebody say, no, how can you agree on this? This is definitely nothing. Then you realize that you are. So when they come in, picked up from everywhere, everybody thinks you. So, and it's really one of a family that we build like a bond. And I guess the special thing is inviting other people to really engage them.
Yeah.
There has been times that we have other universities outside the country who will come and go to the camp with us. And when you give an assignment to them, look, these guys will really debate a topic, and then we have other people, suppose English is yes. They will speak and be running out of English words, and they go la, 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 la. And one guys can run it. So when it comes to talking, we could do good. When I said, look, when it comes to the basic things that we have to do. So we really get them to prepare for what is coming. Because look, it's going to happen that a young person, if you are not really equipped yourself with these AI, robotic, and all other things coming up, literally nobody will really push you out of employment. The point is that there will not be a job for you. So we really want to make sure that they prepare themselves with what is coming. The whole continent, we're gradually picking up. But we have missed the base, and we are trying to catch up with the pace. It's very difficult. So running them back and challenging some of the values that my mother said is, now this is what I know, and then you are telling them, okay, you could try that, but I can tell you this is where it lasts. Could you do more than that? So really, the difficulty and the challenge is, how best do you get these young people to think they can do better than they are? And what mechanism do you put in place for that to happen? So from Professor Bafo Ajimendia, Nanama Opondia, you know, we have Gideon, all the other families who come together, we say that this is our task. We're going to do this to make this change happen. And it's not very easy because it's a gradual process, a bit of mentoring, and sometimes they come back to you, they have issues that so all these are things that we do. And of course, it comes to when to even place them. Sometimes we even struggle trying to get them a placement to do with national service, to do with other things, you know. And somebody would think that, oh, for the former president, it should be easier to walk anywhere. But sometimes that is not. So this time around, we're calling on the corporate to start looking at the great things a man at the age of 85. We call him a grandfather, you know, who mentored almost 205 people. This is not a
It's
chance.
incredible. We have our alumni homecoming. Let's talk about that. What is happening, and where are we supposed to be?
Well, it's happening tomorrow at the...
Oh, just tomorrow?
Just tomorrow.
Oh,
As you are an
too late for my invitation?
Yeah.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So at the former president's residence at Peduase at 3 p.m. sharp, I mean, we will be there. So you are invited, your colleagues.
Oh, I'll be there. The first time I met him was the first time I had an interview with him, and it was a breaking interview, you know, and so we had a good time. He said he's Kofi, his son is Kofi, and I'm Kofi, so he wanted to give me a place to stay in his house. And I said, no, I need to go and make sure the story is told. So, yeah, an incredible human being. You will love him when you get to meet him in person. So it's open to everybody, or we have to be invited.
I think for now, we are focusing on corporate institutions who can also stop by, and then the 111 people who have actually graduated from the program. Okay, so we call them the Kufuor Alumni. So this is the focus on the alumni. And then we are hoping that this is where each of them will have opportunity to converse with him and being able to express and say, this is exactly where I am, and this is the impact I'm creating. So again, he always says it, I'm not training you to be politicians, not at all. Whatever you decide to do, whether if you're a carpenter, do it to the best of your ability. If you're a farmer, we want to see that kind of a leadership. And his humility is what we've been classed. So regardless of how these young people will talk academically to be able to argue their case, they are very humble, down to earth. And that is just direct.
Exactly, the man.
That's the kind of thing.
Awesome. All right, so it's happening tomorrow. We want corporate Ghana to be part of this, so please do well and come and support. This is a good cause, and we all need to make sure that we are sustaining it. That's the most important thing, sustenance. And so, yeah, empowering tomorrow's leaders, focus on intentional mentorship. And there's 3 p.m. Tomorrow at Peduase at the former president's, His Excellency's residence. So please, let's all do well and come through and support. We're going to be going, but Doctor, anything you want to say before we go?
Thank you very much. I also really want some of you media guys to also mentor some of them.
Oh, is
does
that?
help. These guys, when I listen to them, their viewpoint is different. And sometimes I even feel that we should give this country to them to
go home and rest. We'll get there.
They have points.
We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. But thank you so much for coming. I wish you guys the very best. And I know you guys are going to get somewhere with this. I mean, it's something that everybody's looking out for. The impact it's making already is incredible. And we want to make sure we all continue. So go ahead, represent and represent well, right?
Yeah.
And let's make it happen. Tomorrow we'll see you there. I'm going to be there myself. I have to. Doc, thanks for the invite.
Thank you.
All right, so that's going to be all, but we're still making sure that we keep you going. We're going all the way till 10 a.m. We've got some more coming up here on the show. Women in Business is coming up shortly. Sports. Yesterday, Nigerians are not good friends as far as we are concerned right now because they don't like the fact that we're trolling them on social media because they lost to Cote d'Ivoire. But it is what it is, So congratulations to Cote d'Ivoire. Now, finally, Anato will be coming with some updates in the world of sports here on the show as well. So there's more here on Prime On. Do stay.